In this particular pass, we'll be using 12 inches by 6.5 inches, and the side is 2.5 inches by 4 inches, and we'll cut two. So we'll need a zip cloth and a zip head. So that's the extra things we just need for this purse. So before then, let us cut the side. It's going to come out in a triangle shape. It's going to come out in a triangle shape. So get the midpoint of the 2.5 inches on one side, then you trace it down to the edges of the down parts of the 2.5 inches. So if I was doing this on my own, I won't need to trace it. I'll just use my scissors to do a freehand cutting and cut it. So you can use your ruler to help you get a straight line from the lower edge to the midpoint of the upper part, just to form a triangle. So after tracing this all along, I'm going to cut the two, and you're going to see the outcome so that you understand what I'm trying to do here. So you can use your ruler to get a sharp straight end. So I'm just going to cut it. Look at what we have. I've cut the two. The next thing is to notch the midpoints of both and also the main piece. So notch the midpoints from the wide side, the side that is wider, the lower part. So you notch the midpoints. You get the main piece as well and notch the midpoints. I'm done with that now. Set aside. So you notch the midpoint from the side of the 12 inches, the side I measured 12 inches. You notch the midpoints on both ends. Go to the other end and also notch the midpoints. Make sure it is equal before notching. So now we're done with that. The next thing is to fix our zip cloth like so. So simply I fix one side. So just want to show you how I fix the other side. I know without showing you this video, you should know how to do that. What I did was I folded it and sewed, then placed on the zipper, and so that's how I fix my zip. I also like showing how I made this. That is how I've been fixing my zipper. I just fold it in and place it on the zipper and sew. Like so. I'm done with that now. The next thing is to pull the side. You place it here, but when you are making yours, remember to start from the very beginning of the triangle. So I started from the middle, so it gave me some inconveniences when I was almost through. So you see how I fixed the second one anyway. So you just move it. If you're in my souvenir class, you should not have problem with this. We have a lot of videos like this in the souvenir class. So you move it, and so this way upward. Nice one. So the next thing is also to do the same thing on the other side. So before I finish it, I have to fix the zipper. You can even do this before starting. So I'm just going to fix the zipper, right? So I'm done with that. So this time around, fixing it the other side, you are going to start from the zipper. So it's also going to serve as locking the zipper, holding this zipper to stop it from falling off. So you start from the zipper, make sure they are together. You place it on it like so and so. So when you are sewing it down at that junction where the tiny one stop, because the tiny one will not get to the up where the zipper is, you have an overlap there. You have an overlap there. You sew it down. So you're going to have an overlap, just slight overlap there. So then you sew it down. You see why I said you should start yours from the beginning of the triangle. When you are sewing the base, you see that place is flapping. I should have just sew it to the down and stop, but I have to still go back and sew the base again. So it really give me some inconveniences. You see how I'm going to do the second side. I'll make sure I fix the whole base first. So I've gotten to the down part now. Instead of me to stop there, I'll now have to start with sewing the base again. So that is why I say when you are sewing the base, make sure you sew everything at once. So I'm trying to see how I'm going to fix the base. So I later did. So I'm done with one side. So let's go to the other side and you see how I did it. So what I did was that I pinned down the other side. So I'm going to start from the beginning to the end like this. That is how you should join the sides. Start placing it so like so. You sew it to the very end where the triangle ends. So now you can now move the triangle and start forming the shape and start sewing the side. So when you get to where the triangle stop, you now go and continue. Now go and continue from the zipper downward. So I've gotten to where the triangle stop. So I guess I'm almost there. So that's it. I'm done with that. The next thing is to go and start from the zipper side and sew it down. And you see that I removed the pin. So this one now you're going to start from up and bring it down. So you're going to start from the very zip. Just put your zip together, place it under it, and make sure you overlap it so that there will be no opening anywhere. So make sure you overlap it so that there will be no opening at all. After the overlapping, you just start sewing only the other side that you have not sewn. It's not that you sew the two sides together. So you just sew this one side that you have not sewn down. You see the overlapping, how I did it. So you just sew it down. You see, I don't have to be strongly with base again because I've already sewed the base before. So I'm done with it. The purse is ready. The next thing is just to open it and turn it inside out. See how beautiful it looks. See now, you can make it different size. This is 6.5 inches by 12 inches. You can make your own bigger. You can even make it even smaller, but I don't expect you to make it smaller. So what I just want to do is not important and it's not necessary. You can choose not to do that. I just want to fix a ring on this zipper. So that's all. The bag is very simple to create. You can do yours and let me know what you think about this purse. Thank you.